here to our February 27th meeting of the City of West Sacramento Arts, Cultural, and Historic Preservation Commission at 6 p.m. Tonight's agenda is available on the counter along with request cards to speak. A reminder to everyone that requests to speak, the card should be completed and turned into the clerk prior to the completion of any staff presentation. For those speakers wishing to speak on items not on the agenda, but within the jurisdiction of this commission, please write the item number on your card. All speakers will be limited to 3 minutes. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and televised, so all speakers, in order to be recognized, must be called on by the chair and come forward to the microphone. Speaking in public may cause some individuals to be uncomfortable, so everyone is asked to be professional and respectful at all times. Clerk, could you please take the roll?
Vice Chair Bell, can you call for a motion to start the meeting, please?
I would like to request a motion to begin the meeting.
Second.
Thank you, Office Commissioner Perez. And do I need another motion? No. The meeting is so called to order. Thank you.
Chair
Clerk
Horowitz, Vice Chair Bell,
here.
Commissioner Gleason,
Here.
Commissioner Perez,
Here.
Commissioner Archuleta,
Here.
Commissioner Peterson,
Here.
alternate member Volker. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Clerk. So that brings us to item number 1, which is presentations by the public on matters not on the agenda within the jurisdiction of this council. Do we have any?
Well, actually, if we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I am
Yes.
so sorry.
That's okay. We appreciate you
Commissioner
filling
Perez,
in.
would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There was an addition to our, I'm just going to move on. Thank you. Okay. So now we are ready for item 1A. Do we have any presentations by the public?
No.
Thank you. There are no requests to speak under item 1A, so we'll proceed to item 1B, which is consideration. Is that where we're going? Consideration of the minutes? Is consideration of the minutes from October 24th, 2022. And would you like me to read the minutes? No. Could I get a motion to accept the minutes of our...
I motion that we approve the minutes from October.
I'll second.
October 27th. Thank you. We have a motion approved to approve the minutes.
Vice Chair, who seconded?
That would be me.
Correct. Now, our item number 3 of our regular agenda is going to be our Earth Day and Spring Celebration presentation. And that is going to be presented by Strand. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Susan Strand. I'm with the city's Environmental Services and Sustainability Division. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the history of Earth Day and then what we have coming up this year. So this is actually the 10th anniversary of our first Earth Day. It is sponsored by Waste Management through our contract, the franchise agreement for waste services. They've agreed to a certain amount of event funding. So we started hosting Earth Day as a way to do outreach about our programs and reach the community in a fun way. This year it's going to be really special because we're partnering with the River Cats. They're going to be giving out 50 free tickets to their Earth Day ball game to the first 50 people that sign up for their newsletter. And Chando's Tacos is going to be giving away 50 free tacos to the first 50 visitors. Yeah, and so I am not going to lie, the first few years of the event were kind of a struggle. We were hosting the event here at City Hall and at the community center the first year, and we were really struggling to get people to come. And then one year, Earth Day coincided with Easter, and our event was going to conflict with the egg hunt, so we decided to partner with Parks on the egg hunt, and it worked out phenomenally for us. Our attendance really blossomed, and so each year when the two dates are even remotely close together, we have partnered with Parks, and again this year we'll be partnering with Parks. So we're really excited. We started hosting the event at Works. Oh, there, thank you. So we started hosting the event at Bright Park. It's a really great venue. It's got lots of open space for the egg hunt, and the vendors set up on the basketball courts. There's electricity and public restrooms, and it's been a great venue. If you could go to the next slide. It's been an opportunity for us to promote the division programs, stormwater pollution prevention. You could advance. This is my coworker Faison. He's our stormwater specialist, and he has a little model about how the rainwater will wash debris into the rivers if we're not careful. And then this is my coworker Ryan Burnett. He's a water conservation coordinator, and he works diligently to find leaks in town. He's saved millions of gallons of water, and yeah, so it's been a really great opportunity for us. And then next slide. Other city departments can take advantage of Earth Day by hosting tables. Transportation has worked with us. They VIA offers $1 rides to and from the event, and then they promote their other city programs. And then next slide. West Sac Fire Department is always there with their fire safety trailer, and so it's fun and interactive. And then next slide. SABA, which is not a city department, but the Sacramento area bike advocates, they usually attend and provide free bike valet to people that ride their bikes there. And yeah, and then we have tried to make this a zero waste event in the past, but working with Parks with Egg Hunt, the candy's wrapped in plastic usually, so it's not compostable or recyclable, but we do have the three-way stream containers there, and we have people that monitor the bins to help people if they're not sure how to dispose of something properly. And yeah, and that's a little brief recap of the event.
And I will take over for the more spring celebration part of it and a little bit of actually Arbor Day.
Thanks for the opportunity to.
My name is Liz Hughes. I'm Recreation Supervisor in charge of aquatics, rockwall, and childcare over at the Recreation Center. So I've been in charge of this event just last year and this year. Kind of took over for somebody who left the department. But if you can go to the next slide. So it's been real fun partnering and running the egg hunt portion of it. So the spring celebration, families can enjoy arts and crafts, as well as children 0 to 12 can participate in our egg hunt. We do 3 separate time slots for each age level to kind of divide them up. But at in each age group, there is essentially a golden egg that they will get a gift basket, as well as all the eggs that they collect. So there is a little bonus added incentive in there to get as many eggs as you can. Next slide. So the egg hunt, yes, we do have 3 different age groups. We've had anywhere from 10 people in each age group all the way up until you've had 60 or 70 in each age group. It just depends on the year. And some of these photos were from last year where it was a little bit rainy. So we still had lower numbers, but the family still showed up, even though it was sprinkling outside. But it is a lot of fun. It's fun to just, in general, get out, see all the kids with their smiling faces and use the, pick up eggs and hunt for those kinds of things. Also, with this part of the event, I've also used members of River City's Interact Club to help, they volunteer their time. So they run arts and crafts to help spread out eggs and make sure kids stay within the boundaries, those kinds of things. So it's definitely a good partnership that we've done with them. Next thing. So arts and crafts, the arts and craft usually themes around Earth Day. So this last year, each kid got a little bag of recycled material and they were supposed to try to build their own robot out of the recycled material. So like the recycled material were pen caps, bottle caps, one had like an old jewelry box in it, those kinds of things. So our arts and craft usually revolves something to go with whatever the theme for that Earth Day is, besides just general Earth Day. And we actually got these kits from Explore It in Davis. So that was a fun little experiment to do with the kids and parents. Next slide. Also, with Earth Day and Spring Celebration, we've also coordinated with our arborist and our tree department with David Colbertson, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Thank you. And so to help fulfill some of his needs with Arbor Day, this past year they did plant 4 trees along the backside of the Kaboom play structure. And he did use local Girl Scout troops to help plant these trees. And so that fills his Arbor Day needs, because that usually also falls in line with Earth Day Spring Celebration. As well as he was out there promoting our free shade tree program and anything and all things tree related here in the city. And that's generally the part I take care of. But we have definitely enjoyed collaborating with recycling and waste management to help bring the kids and the families to the event, and so they can start learning more about other things, not just how to pick up eggs. I think that's it.
Well, thank you so much. That was a great presentation. I really enjoyed learning about your past 10 years, your triumphs and challenges and success. I think this is a really, really wonderful, important community event that you guys are pouring a lot of time and energy in getting the resources and getting the support with local businesses. And good job, good job. I'm excited for our community and this Earth Day, especially with the, the fun for the kids and for our older community members that are looking for resources on trees or recycling or, so that's awesome. Do we have any other commissioners that want to make some comments? Commissioner Perez?
My eyes were playing tricks on me because when I was reading it at the corner of my, I was looking at you and it said 1 grand prize, I think my mind read 1 grand, like $1,000. And I said, can I play?
No, it's more of a basket full of extra candy
Yeah.
and, some sort of fun plush toy or,
no.
a couple of day passes to the rec center. That's about
Oh, okay. This sounds awesome. I'm just curious, how are you getting the word out? Are you just keeping it within the, because you're in an after-school program, do I have that right?
I use the after-school program and some of the teens from the high school to as volunteers. But in general, Waste Management, I believe, is sending out the postcard.
Yeah, we're doing a direct card.
Oh, okay.
As well as we use Constant Contact, and so we send out an email to so many of our users and program participants throughout the city.
What about, I know it's kind of late now, but have you thought about reaching out to the local elementary schools?
I believe we.
Oh, you do? Okay, great.
We bring flyers in and we make sure that it gets into the ACES programs that we have at the
awesome.
sites.
This is great. This is awesome to see. Thank you. Thank you, Lizzie.
And then, of course, FYI, this year's event is April 8th, Saturday, April 8th at Bright Park at 10 a.m.
And approximately how many visitors have you had in the past? Attendees?
The events have really varied in size. Some years we've had as less.
Yeah, I mean, this last year with the rain that we had, I want to say we still got maybe 300 or 400 people out there throughout the 3 hours we were there. Yeah.
This year we'll, and we hope.
And do you do social media posts and?
Yes,
Awesome.
we do.
All has
Really awesome. Well, I really appreciate the presentation and you coming and sharing with us what you've been doing so that we can help promote it and be there and support you. And I can't believe this is your 10th anniversary, and good job. Yeah, it's only going to get bigger and better every year.
Exactly.
Well done, ladies.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Were there any other comments? No, we're good. Okay. So now we will be moving on to consideration of recommendation for the Southport Levee Trailhead Project, public art element. And we will be having a,
Get me.
we're going to have wonderful Erin present to us, right?
Yeah, good evening, Vice Chair and Commissioners. My name is Erin Rebus, and I'm the Parks and Recreation Business Manager. I'm super loud, huh?
No.
No, not too
You're
bad?
good.
Okay.
No.
All right, I am here this evening to provide the commission with information necessary to consider a public art recommendation to the City Council for the Southport Levee Trailhead Project. I wanted to give you guys a little background. So the Southport Levee Trailhead Project is being funded by 2 rounds of the Habitat Conservation Fund grant program. And the trailhead improvements will include parking, the equestrian staging area, plaza with trail amenities, an ADA access ramp to the top of the levee, native plantings, preservation of mature trees, a multi-purpose gravel area for the overflow parking, in addition to the equestrian staging, a controlled access gate, and then security lighting. It will also involve a plaza, which will have a restroom, trash receptacles, shade feature, an informational kiosk lighting, and then a public art feature. So on February 28th, city staff presented information to the commission on the Southport Levee Trailhead Project, public art project. And as you know, the city's public art strategy requires that the city park and facility projects either contribute a public art fee payment or incorporate public art elements on the site valued at a minimum of 1% of the hard construction costs. The estimated construction cost for the new trailhead was about $1.1 million, and I think we estimated it would be about $11,000 for the project. But because this is the city's first official trailhead, we wanted to kind of up the ante a little bit, and we increased the budget to about $20,000. And on August 29th, we put out a draft request for proposals, which was vetted with the commission. We shared it with the commission back in August. And the commission endorsed the draft RFP, which included limiting the selection pool to the artists in the immediate region, identifying which art elements would best work for the site, such as murals, mosaic, sculptures, establishing an artwork theme, identifying the art review and selection process. Staff initially posted the RFP for the public art project back in September. The RFP was accessed by multiple firms. We only got 2 proposals. Neither of them was deemed responsive. They lacked some of the required information in the RFP. So we put it out again in January. And this time we got a couple hits as well. It wasn't reviewed quite as much as the first time around, but we ended up only getting one actual proposal, which was responsive and actually pretty darn incredible. The proposal we received was from West Horn Art. And so we've attached the renderings. Pretty great. The proposal was not only aligned with the RFP requirements, but very much with the public art element that the commission had sort of envisioned for the site. The artist is local, resident of Yolo County. The proposed art elements are nature inspired, depicting wildlife that is native to the project area. The proposed art pieces that were included were either a mosaic or a standalone sculpture, which could be placed at any of the designated locations within the project site. A single responsive proposal eliminates the need for a review panel. However, staff will bring this back to the commission at the April meeting for additional feedback in terms of the final design and art placement. So staff is recommending that the commission supports advancing the selection of West Horn Art to the City Council for consideration of a contract for the art procurement and installation for the Southport Levee Trailhead project.
Awesome, thank you. Do we have any questions for Erin? Commissioner Gleason?
I don't have a question, but I was on the commission for the committee for the bench, and West Horn came in second place in that top group of 5. And many of you might recognize his mother's name, who is Donna Billick. And he took over her studio in Davis, and he is a very accomplished artist. He's been doing this for years. It was a very tight and close race between the first and second from our commission. I recommend him highly. His work is outstanding. I don't personally know him, but seeing his work and seeing his proposal for the bench project and coming in second, he's a very valid and highly respected artist in the community and in the county of Yolo.
I really appreciate that validation from you, Cheryl. Thank you very much. Does anybody else have any other comments or questions for Erin? Commissioner, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this is the project that we were considering using some of the old art that came off the tower, right? So we couldn't implement any of that into this project. That what I seen on the email that we received, the artwork is beautiful artwork. It's nice artwork. But I was just wondering if he knew that they could utilize some of that artwork. The other thing that I wanted to know was I seen the circle of fish, and I know that the Sacramento River is known for fishing and all the different types of fish and species that you can fish out of there. Were we thinking of focusing more on the section that the trailhead was going at, or the particular type of species that was in there, or overall of the Sacramento River? Question.
I'll answer each question at a time. So I believe that Wes was aware of the reuse of the other pieces of the decommissioned art. His proposal just didn't include that. But that also allows us to use the decommissioned art in other places as well. And it doesn't prevent us from using it at the site either. But this is just what he proposed. And my sense is that they probably would refer to these fish that are native to the site That's, of course, where you are able to, to give feedback and provide some guidance as well.
Right. So that's what I was thinking of, because we don't have the artist here to ask him where he got the information from as far as the species that were inside there. Not a big thing, but I was just noticing that they had steelhead and they had trout. And all of that is in Sacramento River, but it's in the upper parts of Sacramento River near the dams, not near the site that the trailhead is going. I don't know if that's a big issue or not. Probably not, but I thought I would mention it to see if we couldn't maybe focus more on the species that were in that area, being that it's a project that's also supposed to teach. And so we want to, give the right information to the people that are going to that site and looking and reading whatever it is underneath the artwork. The other thing too that I didn't see inside there was, what I would like to have seen inside there was a pheasant, because that it's down the end of Linden, I think, and pheasants are known for that area. That's one of the reasons why I think they named the Pheasant Club, because it was predominant in that area. I know I used to go out and hunt in those areas too when I was little. So I would have liked to have seen a pheasant inside there. I think there's quail. Quail are pretty, they like to hide a lot, So I think there's quail out there too. And I know that there is a, what is it? The little black bird with the orange beak. Yes.
Redwing.
Can't think of the name of that bird right now. And I know I got a lot of them at my house. But I don't know if it's going to cost any more money to include a pheasant inside there. I would like to have seen a pheasant if we can suggest. Maybe adding a pheasant, or maybe changing the quail to a pheasant, since that's more predominant out there than I think. But I could be wrong. Just a suggestion.
No, that would be great. And when we bring it back for your feedback, probably in April, I think that's a great recommendation. And the artist doesn't know quite yet, so you're providing us the direction right now to let us know we can move forward, and then even let him know. But I'm sure that your feedback and direction will be needed in April.
That's what I was hoping. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's been a while since we met. This artwork, it's not done yet, right? Meaning so it's amenable, we can add, change. Okay, I just wanted to double check.
And so the task is for us to decide on whether or not we are happy with the selection of West Horn, and whether or not we want this to go to City Council for their consideration and approval. So does anybody have anything else to add? My only thought was, I wish that we had more artists to select from, but I do believe that we did our due diligence and getting as much interest as we could from the specifications that we had set for this commission, or for this trailhead public art element. And with Cheryl's approval of him, I regard very highly, since she is such an excellent, well-known artist in the area and has worked with so many artists. So I would like to entertain a motion to approve this.
Before we go, I just want to double check, because last time we were here was October, right?
Yes.
Just to refresh my memory, have we seen this already?
No, we have not. This is what was presented to the city staff in the is it RFQ?
RFP.
RFP. And so this is actually the only RFP that we received, and the only one for us to consider.
So
after putting the request out twice.
And when we spoke, we set the parameters of what we expected as a commission, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sure I was there, and this is where I just want to double check here. One of my standards, I think, as a commissioner is anytime that there is an art piece, the question is how does this apply to either West Sacramento or Yolo County, right? And so I guess, and I don't mean to be specific, I think going what Mr. Archuleta was saying is, fish we're on the West Coast. There can be fish in San Diego. There can be fish up north in Redding. How is this specific to Yolo or West Sacramento?
And I think I can clear that up. It's that we're in April, Mr. Wes Horn will do his best rendition, taking into consideration all of the parameters of this public art, and we will have a presentation, and we will be able to say yes or no,
Okay.
or what we would like to see incorporated before an art installation. But this is going to be moving pretty quickly, because it looks like he wants to be, did I see June 2023 for the install?
It aligns with the construction project about the trailhead, so that should be about right.
Okay, yeah, so,
Because the premise of my question was, because I just didn't know how far along we're at or where we're at in the process. Because let's say if the artist said that fish is very prominent here in West Sacramento, I'd say, oh yeah, let's go along with it. And if we're not at that point yet, then yeah, of course I'd have my yes vote.
And I think his selection is of the river. Fish go up and down the river all the time. The point is that we put the RFP out. We got 2 people that were not qualified. They did not fulfill all the requirements of the RFP. The Parks put it back out for a second time. He was the only one. And so if you limit a group to one county, not everybody does public art. Public art is a huge undertaking. And so he is a qualified artist to do public art. The samples he's shown are some samples of things that he can do, but he has not officially, until we say so tonight, been given the stipend to do work that he would present to us for that project. Am I correct on that?
Well, we're actually looking to award a contract. He hasn't been given any money.
Correct.
He'll be paid after. We are not doing a stipend this time, but he'll be paid the full amount once the
Right.
the art piece has been produced. But it was just a rendering that he submitted as part of the proposal. It wasn't the art
End all
element.
be all. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No. Okay, I get
So
it.
he hasn't been paid anything except for to show us, this is the type of art I do, these are some examples, and we have seen his art before in RFPs.
So I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking these questions. We, as a commission, I voted yes on an art piece a couple months ago, and the community here in West Sacramento were really not happy with how some of us voted, because the art piece at the time had nothing to do with West Sacramento. So now I'm very hypersensitive to that, right? My only comment would be I don't care if Jackson Pollock walked in. Jackson Pollock is a great artist. But whatever Jackson Pollock brings to the committee, I'm going to ask, how is your great piece of artwork attributed to West Sacramento?
That's basically what I was asking
Yeah.
too. He's well qualified. I seen his resources and recommendations. I seen that. This is supposed to be a mosaic, I think, of what he can do, and I think a statue of some sort. Not necessarily what he's creating, but to give us an idea of what they look like. And that's okay. But that's what I wanted to do too, is what you were just talking about. And for the reasons that he was talking about, the sensitivity, and to make sure it was a learning experience for the people in that area that go to it, that it focuses on that. So,
Pardon me.
But as far as qualifications, I'm pretty sure he's well qualified.
May I see the images? I haven't had a chance to see them yet. And I have a biology background.
I want to keep the meeting moving along, and we are not saying yes to any final art installation at this point. We are saying yes. We are happy with this artist's capability, and we would like to hire him for this project. And we will, in April, be more privy to what his plans are, and with more detail, and we can make recommendations then. With that,
I would like to make a motion that we accept this artist as the Trailhead project.
I'll second it.
thank you, and we have a motion to approve. Okay. So were there, oh, thank you. Do we have, could you take a roll call, clerk, for yays and nays on the approval of this recommendation?
Chair Horowitz, Vice Chair Bell,
Yay?
Commissioner Gleason,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Archuleta,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
alternate member Volker.
And that looks like we have approval. So our next item of our regular agenda is consideration of Resolution 23-1AC, setting the time and date for the 2023 regular meeting of the Arts, Cultural, and Historic Preservation Commission. And Aaron Rivas is going to, did I miss the dates, Aaron? Is it here in the packet?
They should be attached as attachment, Resolution 23-1AC. That's, the dates are attached to the
I see.
agenda report.
Got it. So the proposal is for April 24th, 23, June 26th, 23, August 28th, 23, October 30th of 23, and February 26th of 24. Are there any objections to these dates?
None.
And so could we get a motion to accept the Resolution 23-1AC for the Arts, Cultural, and Historic Preservation Commission?
I make a motion that we accept next year's calendar for the included dates.
Second.
And Commissioner Perez seconds. All in favor, please say aye. I'm sorry, Perez.
We sounded like.
And Perez seconds that. And,
Oh, Archuleta.
You're okay.
We look alike, too.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see you. That was the
okay.
problem.
It's okay.
Okay. And could we get a roll call on the acceptance of this motion?
Chair Horowitz, Vice Chair Bell,
Yes?
Commissioner Gleason,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Archuleta,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
alternate member Volker.
And that is all yeses. And it is passed. Our next general administration function, item 6, is a director's report.
Good evening. I will be giving the director's report. I would like to start off by welcoming Sherelle Foster to the Parks family.
Welcome,
Sherelle, say hello. She is our new secretary, and she will be running future commission meetings. Sherelle comes to us from the state and has many years of experience working in the public sector. We are very excited to have her on our team and invite you to welcome her as well. In terms of project updates, the Westacre Park renovation and expansion project is currently in design. We are working with Melton Design Group, and staff will be presenting the commission with an update in April on the park design and seeking input on the project public art element. The RFP for Heritage Oaks master design, master plan design has been closed, and the contract will be awarded to Melton Design Group as well. At the 3/15 council meeting, this commission will participate in the selection of the art element associated with the project. Another project coming online is going to be the Bright Park master plan design. The RFP is closed and proposals are currently being evaluated by staff. This commission will be part of the selection process as well. and take part in the public art selection. The Station 41 Public Art Bench is scheduled to go to the April 15 City Council meeting for approval of a contract with KLY Studios. We had a very successful father-daughter dance over the weekend. 200 people participated in the event, and fun was had by all. This concludes my report.
Where was that hosted, if I may ask?
Or, well, no, sorry, cross
For the very first year, it was held at the community center, so it took over the entire community center building. And it was the sneaker soiree. So y'all know how hip sneakers are right now and how fancy those are. So if you're watching Facebook and Instagram, we have a lot of our department posts are showing all the fun and all the cool outfits. So it was a really great event.
Well, thank you both for that report.
Thank you.
And next is Commissioner Communications. And I see we have a lot of upcoming events attached. And would you like me to go through? No. Do we have any commissioners that would like to speak on any specific upcoming events in our community? No.
No.
Okay.
I believe Holy Cross, can we speak about, is it Holy Cross that's doing
Was
their?
it craft feed?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a craft feed coming up on the 18th. Still waiting on the application, but I don't think it'll be a problem, but we just posted today, so it will be on Facebook, if anybody who's interested or want. What we're doing is because when COVID came, we were having a craft feed back then. We had a lot of people who bought tickets, and we were unable up to 24 hours before our event happened. So what we did is we gave everybody a rain check on those. It's been 3 years, and we still want to make good on those tickets. So we went ahead and honored those tickets and said those who purchased tickets back then will go ahead and take those tickets. We're
So-
going to have our event this year.
Let's go support our local church and go have some crab.
Sounds great. Thank you for that. I wanted to point out that on March 7th, our Commissioner Cheryl Gleason will be having her art will be on display at 6 p.m. at our Gallery 1075 Community Center. So I encourage all of us to go and support Cheryl and check out the reception of Terrain, art by Cheryl Gleason. So with that, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I first need one motion.
Oh, okay. I like to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn, sorry.
I'll second it.
And we have an emotion from Perez and a second by Archuleta to adjourn. And with that, thank you all for your time, and we will see you on April 24th.